Hello students, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to discuss the diagram based questions up to the male and female reproductive part of the flower. Now see, this is flower. So this part of the flower, this is ovary, this is sepal and filament and anther. Okay, E is anther. This is a male part. Filament and anther means together is stamen. Now ovary, style and stigma. This is the part of the female part. Clear? So please understand carefully. This is the female part, ovary, style, stigma, and this is the male part, that is filament and anther, that is known as stamen. Sepal, and what is the D part left out? That is known as petal. These are your part of the flower. Sepal and petal, these are the accessory whorls, and filament and anther, these are together known as stamen, and ovary, style, stigma together known as gynoecium. See, this is the diagram based question which I hope so labeling you have understood. Now see next. If this diagram is given, then you should know this is the male part. Okay, this is what? This is anther. Okay, beta, this is anther. And what this is? This is the filament. Filament also known as stalk. And inside this, if you see the anther lobe, if you see anther lobes, they are having pollen sac. These are pollen sac. Dithecous, 2 anther lobes, and each lobe with 2 pollen sac, total 4 pollen sac. And they are filled with pollen grain. And this is the line of dehiscence from where the anther will rupture to release the pollen grain. Clear? So you can see this is the labeling which I have explained here. Now see next. This is the diagram of the anther, and in this you will find only one anther wall, one microsporangia we are taking, and we are going to discuss the wall. So outermost layer is epidermis. Second is endothecium. This is middle layer. And this is tapetum. Please remember, this is tapetum. Don't go with D as a tapetum. What is D? D is actually, it is microspore mother cell. Microspore mother cell. And this is the diagram of one microsporangia, means pollen sac with the wall layer. So what are the wall layers present? Wall layers are total 4. That is, your first is epidermis, second is endothecium, middle layer which is many layered but it is ephemeral, and fourth is tapetum which is nutritive layer. See, this is the diagram which I have explained it. Now see next. This is the diagram of the young anther. Okay, this is the diagram of young anther. In this, again same, if you see, this is epidermis, this is endothecium. Please focus, this is middle layer, okay? Please remember, middle layer is this side, and this is tapetum. Now, what is A and C, which is the A and D, which is left out? D is the sporogenous tissue, which is going to become as a microspore mother cell. So this is sporogenous tissue, and this part, A part is actually connective. This is the only part which is sterile, and it is having the xylem and phloem. Understood this diagram? Now see next. This is the diagram of mature, and it is dehiscent anther. Means the anther has gone for the dehiscence from the line of the dehiscence to release pollen grain. And if you see what is this one, this is the stomium. Stomium is line of dehiscence. Clear? And in the mature dehiscent anther, you will find only 2 layers are present. Which 2 layers are present? Only epidermis and endothecium. Middle layer and tapetum will not be seen in the dehiscent anther. Please understand the question carefully. See, this is the mature dehiscent anther. So I hope so this much is comfortable. Now see next. If they give you and they ask you This is a picture of the pollen grain taken with the help of which microscope? Is it a scanning electron microscope or it is a tanning, means TEM or SEM? Okay, so this is SEM, scanning electron micrograph. Micrograph means picture of the pollen grains. Now see this. This is a question they can give you and they can ask you the sequence. So you should know first what is this. This is pollen tetrad. Means when one microspore mother cell undergo meiosis, it makes one pollen tetrad. And one pollen tetrad means 4 pollen grains are present. And each pollen grain will then separate. So I'm taking this is one pollen grain. Okay, or you can say this is microspore. Then after this, what happened? A vacuole will appear. A vacuole will appear. So this is the next. So this is microspore, and microspore, what happened? The nucleus which was present in the center will shift on one side and the vacuole will appear. What are these? These are vacuoles. And this is nucleus which is shifted to the side. And after this, asymmetric spindle formation is done. This is asymmetric spindle formation is done to make 2 cells. So this is mitotic spindle, asymmetric mitotic spindle, because you know pollen grain ploidy, microspore ploidy is haploid. MMC ploidy is only diploid. Megaspore mother cell ploidy is diploid, but pollen tetrad ploidy is haploid. So microspore is also haploid. Clear up till here? Now, after this, 2 cells are made. This is big. This is actually my line should be there. So this is vegetative cell. And this is generative cell. Okay, this is generative cell. Let me just make it properly. 1 minute. Give me, this line should not be here. It should come this way. Okay, it should come this way. The vegetative cell is big and generative cell is small. Now, what is a sequence if they ask you? So first will be this. If we go, then number 1 should come first. Then number 5. Okay, then this number 5 will come. And then number 2 will come. Means this one. Then number 3, asymmetric spindle, and finally formation of 2 cell. And mature pollen grain contain 2 cell. Please see the NCERT line carefully near the diagram. You will find this line. When pollen grain is mature, okay, mature pollen grain contain 2 cells. So mature pollen grain is 2 cell. So this is the diagram based question. Please understand. Now, based on this only, few questions again are there. You can see this is one question. So right now we have understood what is A. A is asymmetric spindle. B is the vegetative cell. Vegetative cell is big in size and it has irregular shaped nucleus. C is generative cell, small in size with the spindle shape. Okay. Another question can be asked this way. So these are what? These are vacuole. Means after the pollen grain has separated, means pollen grain microspores have separated from the tetrad. Now in nucleus is shifted. So first vacuole come. So I hope so the question based on this might be easy for you. Now see next. This diagram if they give you, then what is the diagram of it? This is a diagram of hibiscus. It is a diagram of hibiscus only showing the pistil, means only female part they are showing. Not complete flower. They are not showing complete flower. Only pistil shown is done. So this is ovary. Clear? And this is thalamus. Please learn it. Ovary, thalamus, style, and stigma. See the next question. This is the diagram given to us. And what are these? You should remember these are carpels. These are carpels. And this is, see the diagram carefully, and this is the multicarpellary, many carpels are there, and carpels are free apocarpus condition. So apocarpus condition is Michaelia given in the 12th class NCERT. Another example, please you check from the NCERT of the 11th class, morphology, lotus and rose. So Michaelia, 3 examples Apocarpus, 3 examples are there. Multicarpellary apocarpus condition seen in lotus and rose. These 2 examples are given in your 11th class, and Michaelia. Now see next. If this is given, please understand the question carefully. This is stigma. Please learn this is stigma, and this is ovary. This is ovary means style is absent. Style is not there. Is it clear? And this is the multicarpellary syncarpus. Syncarpus means fused. When many carpels are there and they are fused of the papaver. Okay, this is of the papaver. You can go and check the human health and disease. In the drugs area, the same diagram is there of a small flower. Now, next. If they give this labeling, then you should know, first of all, this is a micropyle end. Okay, this opening is actually micropyle. So this opening is micropyle, and opposite to the micropyle is chaliza. Clear? And these are integument. This is outer integument. And this is inner integument. This is embryo sac. Please focus where I'm doing the labeling. This is embryo sac. Female gametophyte. Ploidy is N. And C is nucellus. Ploidy is 2N. Understood? Now, what is this? See, this is a point where the funicle is attached to the body wall of the ovule, and this is known as hilum. This is known as hilum. And this part is known as the stalk of the ovule, and stalk of the ovule is known as funicle. So I hope so this complete labeling, this is the way you have to prepare for your board, for your competitive exam. Is it clear? See, this is a diagram of the ovule, and this ovule is anatropous ovule. This is anatropous ovule. Now see next. This is micropyle up. Okay, micropyle is here. Please focus the diagram, micropyle end. And what is this? If you see, this is, please remember, this is nucellus. Nucellus, and this is megaspore mother cell. Clear? After meiosis 1, here the meiosis 1 is done. Meiosis 1 is over. After meiosis 1, it make megaspore dyad. Okay, it makes megaspore dyad. So this is megaspore dyad. So after meiosis 1, 2 cells are made and they are still together, we say dyad condition. And C is nothing, C is again, it is nucellus. You have to remember the diagram carefully. Now what is up 2 option? It is now meiosis 2. This is meiosis 2. And after meiosis 2, you are finding formation of megaspore tetrad. This is megaspore tetrad. Clear? See, the ploidy, question based on the ploidy, you should always remember MMC ploidy is 2N, dyad haploid, and tetrad also haploid. Next. Now this is the functional megaspore. Functional megaspore, which one out of the 4, only 1 remain functional. So this is the functional megaspore which undergo free nuclear division. Please understand the question carefully. Functional megaspore undergo 3 successive mitotic division, 1, 2, 3, to make 2-cell condition, 4-cell condition, and finally, to make 2 nuclei condition, 4 nuclei condition, and 8 nuclei condition. So first of all, functional megaspore will undergo free nuclear division to form 2 nucleate embryo sac, 4 nucleate embryo sac, and 8 nucleate. Please understand, till now cell wall formation is not done. Is it clear? It is nucleate. It's not cell wall laid down. Now cell wall will be laid down, and cell wall is laid down around 6 nuclei out of total 8. Please see the NCERT line very carefully. Please focus carefully in the NCERT. 6 of the 8 nuclei are surrounded by a cell wall. So In this, if you see, this is the two cells are known as synergid. This is egg cell. Ploidy of every cell is haploid. This is haploid, this is haploid. Clear? So these cells, how many total number of synergids are there? Two. Egg is only one. And this together is known as egg apparatus. This together structure is known as egg apparatus. Clear? Next, if you see towards the chalazial side, these three cells are known as antipodal cells. And antipodal cells ploidy is also haploid. In the diagram, please assume always that micropyle is present up and chalaza is down. We are assuming micropyle is present upside because egg apparatus has to face the micropyle and antipodal has to face the chalazial end. So till now we have discussed how many cell we have discussed in the diagram. Till now total 6 cell we have discussed. Is it clear? 6 cell we have discussed, 2 synergid, 1 egg cell and 3 antipodal, and nucleus. These 6 nucleus are surrounded by a cell wall. But one cell which is present in the center is known as central cell. This is known as central cell, and central cell has, these are polar nuclei, 2 polar nuclei. So if you see the diagram carefully, 6 of 8 nucleus are surrounded by a cell wall. Is it clear? Please read the line carefully. Very important line there. So we are laying down the cell wall around 6 nucleus, but total cell we have discussed are 7 cell we have discussed. 7 cell we have discussed. Which 7 cell? 2 synergid, 1 egg cell, 1 central cell, and 3 antipodals. But nucleus are how many? It is 8 nucleate. So mature embryo sac, this is diagram of mature embryo sac. See, this is the NCERT diagram which I have explained you. And this is a diagrammatic representation. Please understand the question very carefully. This is only diagrammatic representation in which micropyle is downside. Please focus, micropyle is here and chalaza is here. If you read your NCERT theory carefully, they will ask you the question, polar nuclei are present where? Polar nuclei are present, we have to give answer based on this, they are present below the egg apparatus. Don't give answer based on this, please answer will go wrong. Read the NCERT line carefully, you will find it is written that polar nuclei are present below egg apparatus. So I hope so in this video, all the questions and how the labeling you have to learn properly might be easy for you. Thanks for watching.